You are able to view my screen, right?
Yeah.
Today I think there is a problem actually. My VMware, it's not allowing me to log in itself. So what I mean to say is, this is the join. Okay, if you consider input on reference links, okay, this is called as left link. This one, okay, and this one is called as right link. The other two is called as intermediate links. You got what I mean to say, right? Okay, this is about join. Coming to lookup, we call this first link as primary. Terminology is important while speaking in interviews. So in the lookup, the source link is called as primary. Okay, and your reference links are called as reference links or lookup reference links or secondary links. Source link is called as primary link, and all the other links, the reference links are called as reference links or secondary links. Coming to the merge, you call the source link as master link. Okay, all the reference links as update links. You are noting down, right? Deepti?
Yeah, I am noting down.
And these are from the link name perspectives. Coming to the joins, join will perform inner join. Join stage is capable for performing inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. As I showed you practically yesterday, join is capable in performing inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Whereas lookup can perform only inner join and left outer join. It cannot perform right outer join and full outer join, only inner and left outer join. Even merge also can perform only inner join and left outer join. Okay, and inner join type. What is the how can if you are going to select inner join, okay, type to be done in all the three. Let us say you are trying to do inner join in join stage, lookup stage, and merge stage. How it is going to validate is primary key value. That means yesterday, if you remember, we have used department number as a lookup key. Okay, that particular department number should match from the employee table with all the reference links from all the department tables. From all the department tables. That is the statement here that I am trying to make. Inner join in join stage works like the department number column should match from source link to all the reference links. All. Whereas lookup, again the same condition. Primary, the department number from source should match with all the department numbers from all the links. Whereas merge, there's no need to have your source department number to match with all the reference links. If it matches even with single reference link, it is okay. It is going to generate you the output. You are able to understand me?
So for join and lookup, we want to match the value.
Yeah, see, this is a join, right? Let us say in this particular source link, you are getting department number and employee name, e-name, department number. Okay, let us say these two columns are coming. In the reference links, there are, let us say, 4 reference links. Okay, 4 reference links are having what we say department number and department name as the column names. Department number and department name. Now what I am saying, for join and lookup, the condition is something like for a single single department number. Let us say department number is 100. This 100, in order to come to the output, this 100 should match with all the reference links department number. That means reference link 1 if it is having 100 and reference link 2 having 100, reference link 3 having 100 department number. Okay, reference link having 100 as department number, reference link 4 as 100, then only output comes as 100. If any of these is missing, let us say reference 1, reference 2 and reference 3 is having department number as 100, but reference 4 doesn't have department number as 100, then gone. This 100 won't come outside. You are able to understand me, right?
Yeah.
For join and lookup, this is the condition. For join and lookup, all this particular primary key value coming from the source should match with all the secondary columns coming from all the reference link. But this is different for merge. Merge, no need to have all these reference links carrying the same 100 value. If it matches with any of these one, like just this is having 100, let us say, all others don't have 100 at all in their record list. So if it matches with any one of the reference links, it's, you understood, right? The difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And coming to the outputs and the input links and the reject links, join will not support any reject link. Okay, join will not have any reject link at all. It will accept n number of input links, n number of input links in case of inner join, left outer join and right outer join. It accepts only two inputs, it rejects at all in case of join. You understood, right? What I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, join will be having n number of input links if it is going to operate in inner join, left outer join and right outer join. It will accept only two inputs in case it is having a full outer join. Okay, and it will not at all have any rejects at all. Coming to the lookup, in case of normal lookup, n number of input links is accepted. In case of sparse lookup, I will tell you what is sparse lookup, normal lookup and differences. Coming to the sparse lookup, it accepts only two inputs. Okay, and there would be only one reject link, and that reject link will carry primary links rejected data. Have you noted down?
Yeah.
Okay. Normal lookup will accept n number of inputs, sparse lookup will accept two inputs, and there would be only one reject link, and that reject link will carry rejected data from the primary link. That is what the this particular lookup is going to do. And coming to the merge you don't have any sparse lookup, sparse merge or normal merge. Direct merge is there, and in this merge, it accepts n number of inputs in all the cases. It can perform only inner join and left outer join. In both the cases, it accepts n input. And coming to the rejects, it accepts n minus 1 rejects. N minus 1 rejects means the condition is something like these reject links will accept data only from, these reject links will accept data from only update links. I told you, right? Here, if you are going to call the particular master and updates, what I'm going to say is it will be having n minus 1 reject links. N minus 1 means here n in the sense m, that means master link plus update links. N minus 1 means you remove the master, consider only the what we say update links. Now what I'm going to say, these reject links will carry data only from your update links, no master link. Remember, the major difference between lookup and merge is whatever the reject that is being supported in lookup, single reject is being supported, and that single reject link will carry data only from the If there are any rejects from the primary link, that particular rejects will be routed through the single reject provided by lookup. Whereas match, there are n-1 rejects, and every reject is going to carry, okay, rejected data from update links. No master link rejects will be captured anywhere. Okay?
Okay. Can you tell me for lookup?
For lookup,
Yeah,
there would be
reject.
only one. Okay.
One reject.
Yeah, only one reject would be there, and that particular reject, you are able to see the picture, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there would be one source. Okay, I am putting one reject link. Only one reject link is supported in lookup, and the data that is going to be in this lookup is, sorry, in this reject link is rejected data from your source. That means primary. Whereas in merge, the rejected data will be from update links. That means reference links. Here the reject data will be there only from your source link, that is your primary link. Here one reject is supported, here n-1 reject is supported. And one more thing, in merge, if you want to put the reject links, either you can go with no reject links or complete n-1 reject links. You can't decide, you can't say that if there are 3 update links, you can't say that I will go only with one reject link. Either you have to put 3 or you have to go with no reject links at all.
Okay.
You understood me, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because it supports n-1 reject links. That means it supports one reject link for all the, sorry, one reject link for every one update link. So here we are, if we consider 3 update links, you should mandatorily have 3 reject links, or you cannot have any reject link. It is not something like I will use only one reject link, even though there are 3 update links. You cannot do that. Either you have to go with the 3 reject links, or you can drop off without using any reject link at all. But you are not given an option like to select only one reject link with having 3 update links kind of stuff. You understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And coming to the input requirements here. Okay, join requires the source data as well as the reference data to be mandatorily sorted. Okay, join stage requires data coming from the source link and from the reference links to be sorted. You are able to follow me, right?
Yeah.
And lookup doesn't require data to be sorted both on the reference link as well as on the source link. It doesn't bother. No need to sort the data while giving it to the lookup.
Okay.
Okay, coming to the merge. Once again, whatever data that's coming in the master link and the update links should be sorted. That is mandatory. For join and merge, it is mandatory. For lookup, sorting is optional on both the links. Coming to the duplicates. If there are any duplicates in the primary link, in case of join I am speaking, if there are any duplicates in the primary link, okay, it is okay. It doesn't give you any errors. If there are any duplicates in the right link or intermediate link, that means the reference links basically, if you have got any duplicates, it will not throw any error even in the reference links also join. It will not throw any warnings. It will directly proceed ahead. Even a single warning will not be shown to you in the director. Now coming to the lookup. Lookup is something, it operates in a different way. If you find if it finds any duplicates in the source input, that means the primary input, it doesn't worry. But if it finds any duplicates in the reference link, okay, reference link or secondary link, it is going to give warnings in your director saying that you are having duplicates in your reference link, please try to remove them. Now I am not going to throw you any error. I will proceed with the first available record out of the duplicate set. You are able to understand, right?
Can you repeat about lookup once again?
Yeah. Lookup is something like, let us say source input is there and the reference links are there. In the source input, if there are duplicates, it will not give you any warnings or errors, lookup stage. But if you are having if you are having any duplicates in your reference links, then it throws you warnings in the director.
Okay.
Understood, right? You want me to repeat once again?
No, I understood.
Yes. Coming to the merge stage, it is vice versa for your lookup stage. Lookup stage gave you warnings when there are duplicates in your reference links. Here, duplicates in reference links are fine. In case of merge, if there are any duplicates in reference links, that means update links, if there are any duplicates, it's fine. It will not give you any warnings. But if there are any duplicates in your primary link, that means your master link. When I say primary, you consider it in your merge terminology. Primary means master link. Reference means update links. Okay. In case of merge, warnings will be thrown. Whereas in case of lookup, if there are any duplicates in your reference links, then only warnings will come. These two are a bit vice versa. Okay.
Okay.
Now coming to the treatment of unmatched records. I told you that join is capable of doing what we say inner join, left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. Okay. Now when we say treatment of unmatched records, when I am saying that inner join is going to be performed, what does that mean? Some of the records which doesn't match the criteria are being dropped, right?
Yeah.
From the source, 4 records might be coming, but it might match with only 3 records coming in the reference link, and 3 records might go to the output. 1 record is being dropped. Okay, that is what the concept of drop. And once the 3 records are moved to the target, that is what we mark it as target. Now what I am going to do, treatment of unmatched records. Okay, now what I am going to do for primary link. Primary link means in case of join it would be left. Okay. For the primary link data, join can have options of dropping the records or moving the records to the target. When we can drop the records from the primary, when you are doing inner join, it is possible. Some of the records might not match up and those records might be dropped. Okay. When can you move all the records from your primary to the target? You can do it through left outer join. You are able to follow me, right?
Yeah.
Coming to the secondary data. Secondary data means data in the reference links. Here reference links are called as right and intermediate links. Okay. So if you say drop here, here also drop is possible. Drop means when you are going to drop the data in the secondary link, again the inner join. When you are using inner join, data might be dropped. Some of the records might be dropped from your reference links as well as from your primary links. So if I am saying that data will be moved to the target, so what sort of join it is? Right outer join. You are able to follow me, right? You are able to follow me, right?
Yeah.
Primary link data, if I say that primary link data is dropped, that means I am using inner join. Okay. Similarly, if primary data completely moved to the target, that means I am saying that I am using left outer join. Coming to the secondary link. In the secondary link, if I am saying some of the records are being dropped, that means once again I am saying that I am using inner join. Okay. If I say that secondary link data is being moved completely to the target, that means it is using right outer join. If both are being considered, target and target, that means it is full outer join. This is for your join. Coming to for the lookup. Here remember that there is one reject link available in case of lookup, and I told you that that particular reject link will carry data or reject records from your primary. That is what the statement I made. So in the primary, here primary is called as primary link only. So in case of primary link, what are all the possibilities that you can get? Dropping. Dropping means it can be in inner join. You are able to follow me, right?
Yeah.
And coming to target, everything is moved to target means it is again left outer join. Why? Because this is source data, and if you are saying that everything is moved to the target, then it is a left outer join. Remember, in lookup you can't perform right outer join and all. And there is one more option. If there are any rejects, you can route it to your rejecting from the primary. So what are all the outputs of what are all the directions of movement of your primary data is? Either it can be dropped by using inner join, or either it can be moved to the target using left outer join, or if these data can be routed through the reject link. Okay, if any error occurs, if you put the reject link, single reject link, data would be moved into your reject link. So primary data can have three different directions now. Coming to the secondary data, that means reference data, whatever data is coming within the reference link, there is only one option, drop. No right outer join is allowed. So only inner join is allowed. Inner join means you can have only drop as the option. No rejects. Why? Because lookup supports only one reject link. You are able to follow me, right? Deepti?
Yeah.
Any doubts now in this particular section?
No.
Coming to the match, treatment of unmatched records coming from the primary. Okay, there are two options. Either you can drop, that means inner join can be performed, and then moving to the target. Okay, moving to the target means again left out join. Now can I use reject here?
Yeah.
No, I told you, right? There would be n number of links totally. N means in that one link would be master, other n minus 1 would be update. And I told you there it supports n minus 1 reject links. And if those reject link carries data only from your update links. So now I am speaking about primary link data. Primary link doesn't have, there is no way
Secondary
that
link
you,
will be there,
secondary
right?
link is there. Yeah, for secondary only you have got the rejects. For primary you don't have rejects. Okay. Secondary, you can have option of drop, and then you can have the option of reject. That means you can either route the secondary data through the reject link, or you can drop the records. Drop means inner join, but there is no option of target. Why? Because if you select a complete data into the target, it should be right outer join, and merge doesn't support right outer join.
Okay.
These are the very important part in your interview. They will be asking like how the unmatched records are being handled in join, merge, and lookup. This is damn sure question. I will guarantee it. Without this question, you will not have any interview. Okay. And coming to the memory usage, join will be join is a better. It doesn't use much. We call it as light. In terms of memory usage, join is light. Lookup is heavy, and merge compared to lookup, it is also light. When we say light, heavy, and light, okay, light means the heavy usage of memory is very less in join. In lookup, all the reference data will be moved into the memory. So that is why we call it as heavy. Why? Because RAM will be completely used in case of lookup. Merge, when we say light, again it is not going to bring the reference data into local memory or into the memory. So that is why we call it as light. And the last and final difference between join, merge, lookup is, yesterday, if you remember, what is the column name that we have used for having the lookup operation using the join? Department number. Right?
Yeah.
Yesterday we have joined the two different sequential files or two different tables based on department number. Okay, but department, if you observe in join, there is department number column both in the employee table as well as in the department table. Okay, let us say this is the employee table. Let us say these are the columns: e-name, and then department number. Department from dip name. Okay, these are the columns, let us say, that's there in both the sequential files. Okay, what happens in your join, it mandatorily expects on whatever column you are going to do the join, the column name should be matching. Like in employee table and department table, the column name, damn sure it should be DEPNO, DEPNO. If you find, if it is holding something like DEPTNO, okay, in department table, both are same. department number and this one also department number, but naming here T came as extra in department table, then join will not allow you to do to define the column itself. It will say there is no matching column to perform the join. Okay, so the column on which you are going to perform the operation of join should have the same name. Whereas coming to the lookup, there's no restriction of having the same name. Okay, you can have this one as department number itself, department number, and this one as dep number. Why in the lookup it doesn't bother you. It will directly, whatever may be the name of the column, it will allow you to perform the lookup. Whereas in join, these particular names should have exact name, and even in the merge also it should have exact name. Only lookup allows you, okay, to proceed further even though names doesn't match. You understood, right?
Yeah.
Clear?
So compared to join, merge, and lookup, which is having good performance?
Yeah, that is a performance tuning question. The answer is something like based on the environment. See, when heavy records are coming in the reference link, when I speak about reference link, remember the reference link's picture, complete lookup picture, and then above the particular lookup you will be having reference link, and the left side you will be having source link. Okay. Now, if you are getting huge data in the reference links, huge data can be explained only by looking into your project or into your environment where your Datastage is running. So leave the terminology of huge. Now, what I am saying, if you are getting very high record count in your reference data, don't go with lookup. The reason being, lookup operates in such a way that it tries to bring your reference data into your local memory of Datastage. Let us say in the reference link there are 1 crore records, and your memory and your Datastage machine, let us say it is using 4 GB or 10 GB RAM. Okay, and if you are trying to bring 1 crore records into the memory, local memory of Datastage, is it possible? You are able to follow me, right? This is the source and this is the reference. What I am saying, data in this particular link is something like 1 crore records, let us say. Okay, here it is something like some 10,000 records. Okay, now as 1 crore records are coming in the reference link, okay, lookup tries to bring 1 crore records into your local memory of Datastage. So if you are using 10 GB RAM, it would some 4 GB RAM, something like that, it would fail. While retrieving itself, job gets aborted, and when you look into the director, the error message would be temp space issue. Okay, so in that case, lookup is not at all useful. Okay, the reason being, lookup tries to bring all the data of the reference link into your local memory. In that case, you are not left with any other option of using join or merge. Generally speaking, join is better. Okay, if data is less in the reference link, data is very less. Let us say, okay, let us say here 1000 records are coming at the source, and here some 20,000 or 30,000 records are coming from the reference data. In that scenario, lookup is best. If there are no issues from the memory end, go with lookup. The reason being, lookup doesn't require data to be sorted. Sorting again actually hits the performance. Join cannot work without sorting to be done. Even though you are not providing any external sorter, it will internally sort the data and then hash partitions the data, and then it uses the data for performing the join operation. So as these two extra steps of sorting and hash partitioning is involved, it will hit the performance. Okay. So in this case, lookup is better. When lookup is better, if you are having less data in the reference links, then lookup is better. Why? Because lookup doesn't require data to be sorted, and the partition technique by default that it uses is entire. So in both the ways, as it requires non-sorted data and the partition technique is entire, the performance that you will get out of this particular lookup would be very much faster. But the restriction is the data that coming within the reference link shouldn't be too high. If it is too high, then damn sure your lookup will get failed. The reason being, it tries to bring everything into local memory. That is how it fails. But tomorrow, let us say you are getting here just 10 records in the source, but here there are 1 crore records in the target. You are able to understand the count, right? Here in the source you are getting 10, whereas in the reference you are getting 1 crore. So generally speaking, if you are coming across this scenario, if your source data is very less compared to your reference data, in lookup there is one more variation called sparse lookup. I will tell you what is the difference between normal lookup and sparse lookup.
Okay.
The difference between normal lookup and sparse lookup is something. See, normal lookup, I told you, whatever coming in this reference link will be brought into your local memory of Datastage, and whatever data is coming within the source link will be matched with the data in our local memory, and then output is being generated in case of normal lookup. In case of sparse lookup, what it happens, we are not actually bringing these 1 crore records into our local memory. We are not going to do that. But what we are going to do, we are going to form a query, a select query. So here from this reference link, see what would be the output from this reference link. If you observe yesterday's code, okay, from the source we are getting employee number, employee name, salary, and department number. What is the extra thing that we are getting from your reference link? Department name.
Yeah, department name.
Okay. Yeah, one column we are getting as extra. So what we are going to do in sparse lookup, we are not going to bring that 1 crore records into our local memory. Instead, what we will do, for every incoming record in the source, we will write a SQL. Not we, Datastage will write a SQL when you put that particular lookup operation type as sparse. How it is going to write the query is, it will write the query something like, it will write a query for every incoming row from the source, and it fires that query at the reference link itself. It is not going to bring the reference data into your local memory. Instead, whatever is coming in the source link, it forms a select query and it just hits that select query to the reference link, and the result would be brought back. Here, no movement of data will happen from the reference link into our local memory. The data will stay in the database itself. We are just querying. If you open an SQL developer or if you open an SQL plus, how you are writing the select query, and when you hit it, the query will be transferred to the Oracle engine. There your query will be executed and the result will be posted back. Similarly, here also for every incoming source record from the source, it is going to fire a query towards your reference database and gets the resultant output. Resultant output means department name. So once that resultant output department name comes, it is going to combine with the source data of that particular record. You are able to follow me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will show you practically. Don't worry. But theoretically, you are able to understand the difference between sparse lookup and normal lookup, right? And when you need to go with sparse lookup and normal lookup, also you understood, right?
Yes. So compared to normal lookup and sparse lookup, sparse is having good performance, right? That's what you were saying.
No, it is the worst performer. That's what I am saying, na? The difference in operation wise you need to think of normal lookup and sparse lookup. Okay, from the performance end, normal lookup is always faster. Why? Because here we are bringing all the data into local memory and we have got everything in our plate. So now we can just do the lookup and we can perform the operation. Whereas in sparse lookup, we don't have data in our data state. Everything is there in your reference data only. So reference tables only. We are firing a SQL query there. For every incoming source record, we are forming a SQL, that means a SQL query, and we are sending it to the reference database for getting the DNAME or the department name. So for every source data, if you are going to send one query, how much time it would take? So
there are 100
that is why I told you, if there is very huge variations from source to reference link, then only go for sparse. Otherwise, go with join. You understood, right? That is why before starting sparse, I gave this record count. In the source, if there are 10, and in the reference, if you are having 1 crore, see the variation. 1/10 to 1/100 is allowed in case of sparse. Okay. Otherwise, it will hit the performance. The only way how it is going to work is, if you try to do the same operation using normal lookup, it would fail. Why? Because 1 crore records cannot be brought into your local memory. So in that case, if you identify that source data is very less compared to your reference data, do the sparse lookup. In sparse lookup, we are not going to bring any reference data into our local memory, and it will form the source query for a SQL query for every input record coming from the source, and it files with the reference table and it gets you the data. You understood, right?
But you said for huge amount of reference links, we must use join is better. You said, right?
No, no. What I mean to say is there are join is there, merge is there, lookup is there. You
Okay.
should be in a position to take decision which stage to use in which condition. Okay. Now forget about join, merge, lookup. I am speaking only about lookup. Inside lookup, I am saying which needs to be used from normal lookup and sparse lookup, under what circumstances you need to use it. Sometimes sparse lookup, let us say in the source you are not getting 10 records. Let us say you are getting 10,000 records. And in the reference link you are getting 1 crore records. In this case you can't use sparse or normal lookup, right? Because I told you like sparse will work only if you are getting very minimal data in the source and huge reference data should be there. In that case sparse can be used. Now the source is having 10,000 records, so sparse lookup cannot be used. Okay, even normal lookup cannot be used. Why? Because normal lookup tries to bring the reference data into memory, and your 1 crore records, if you move into memory, it would fail.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, you are left out using only for join.
Okay.
You are understood, right? Now in the source you are getting 10,000 records means sparse lookup cannot be used. Why? Because it would hit performance. 10,000 source queries would be formed to get department name out of your reference data. So sparse lookup cannot be used. So you want to use normal lookup, but normal lookup to use, your reference data is 1 crore records. So even then normal lookup fails. So you are left out with only one option of using join stage there. So understand where we use join, where we use merge, where we use lookup. Merge again is something similar to join. Wherever if you find difficulty in operating, go with merge. Whatever you can do with the merge and lookup, you can do with the join itself. There's no need of having an extra stages, but there are these stages being available. They have made these stages available for us for these scenarios. Sometimes join might have been created, then they felt like, sorry, lookup might have been created, and then they felt like lookup cannot handle huge reference data, so they have got with joiner. Now when joiner is being used, they felt like the operation, the internal operation, how the join is going to be performed, it's not so performance tuned. So they might have gone with merge. You understood, right?
I'm a little bit confusing for me.
Where are you being confused? Where you are getting confused?
Means where to use join, where to use lookup, sparse, like that.
That's what I'm saying now. If you are having huge reference data, okay, go with joiner.
Join, okay.
Yes. Next, if you are having huge reference data, but if you are having very minimal source data, I told you the example of 10 source records and 1 crore reference records. In that case, go with sparse lookup.
Okay.
Okay. Normal lookup will not work in that case. Why? Because 1 crore records will be brought into local memory, and local memory, our RAM will not support that many huge records, so it would fail. That is why I'm saying use sparse lookup in case of heavy reference data with minimal this data, minimal source data. Go with sparse lookup. Clear, right? Coming to the merge, whatever statements I made regarding the joiner, the same statements appear for merge, but only constraint is merge cannot perform right outer join and full outer join. So if you want to perform right outer join or full outer join, select joiner. Okay, if you want to perform inner or left outer join, you are left on your own. You can select either of these, join or merge.
Okay.
Okay, now it's clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so these stages are really confusing, especially if you want to tell it to the opposite person in interview. Okay, it would be too confusing, and if you forget a single point, then you are gone. You cannot get back to the statements. So you should practice it. Something like theoretically, and you should practice joiner. These are the input links. Merge, these are the input links. Lookup, these are the input links. Join can perform inner join, left outer join, full outer join, right outer join. Merge and lookup can perform only left outer join, inner join. So you just practice this once or twice from the theoretical end, so that you will not confused. Coming to the practical part. Yesterday we have seen the join examples. Today we will see lookup. Okay, this is the lookup. I have used employee.txt and department.txt. Yesterday, whatever files I have used for the joiner operation, the same files I am using. You are able to follow me, right? You don't have any doubts, right?
Yeah.
So these are your what we say lookup files that I am using, employee.txt and department.txt. Okay. Now I am as I told, I am actually having only one reject link in case of lookup, and this particular reject will be carrying rejected records from your sequential from your source. That means from your primary link. If there are any rejected records from the primary link, then that particular reject record would be seen in your tell me. So when I double click on this lookup stage, if you see, the complete UI is different from any other stages.
Yeah.
If you remember, other stages are something like we'll have a general page, okay, then you will get inputs page and then outputs page. Inside the inputs and outputs page, you will be having properties tab, something like that. But if you observe here, the UI is completely different. Okay, this is called left pane, right pane. This is called link marker area. Wherever if you see the links being dragged on from left to right, this is called link marker area. And the below one, okay, this particular section is called metadata area. Okay, left pane, right pane, link marker area, metadata area. Okay, this is what the UI is. And if you observe stage properties, when you click on this, you will see what are all the other stages are having, something like that. You will get, see, stage is there, all the tabs are there, inputs tabs are there. You are able to get, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you are having all the things, but UI is different. You are having all the things from like how it looks in the other stages. You are able to see the same stuff here once again, but the UI is different. If you click on this, you will get whatever being shown earlier. Now coming to this one is the in inner in join. How can you perform the inner join, left outer join, and all with what option?
I can't able to get your question.
In join stage, okay, if I want to perform left outer join, what is the property that you need to set in order to perform the left outer join? Yesterday we discussed the join stage, right?
Yeah.
So
all
there
all the matched values from both the sets we want to combine, right?
That is inner join.
Yeah.
If unmatched records from primary also to be moved to the target, then we call it as left outer join.
Yeah.
And in order to perform that left outer join, I have set a property. In join stage, join type is the property name that we have set in order to perform that operation. If you remember, this is the example and this is the stage where this is the property that I have set in order to perform the left outer join. See, join type.
Okay.
Okay, this property I have set so that I was able to perform the inner join or left outer join, whatever it may be. But here in lookup, you don't have that option of setting left outer join or inner join and all. Okay, then how can you perform that left outer join or inner join? Click on this constraints tab here. Whatever is shown, it is constraints tab. Click on this constraints. This chain symbol is there, right? Yellow color chain symbol. If you click on it, you will get this constraints tab. This is where you will be setting all sorts of what you say lookup conditions. If you observe here, you are able to see condition not met stage, and then lookup failure stage. And this is the link name. Here link department is your output link name. See, this is what this is what your link department here, whatever is being shown, it is nothing but your reference link data. Link underscore department. See, if you see in the left pane, what are all the boxes that are being shown? Link employee is one box and link department is one box. That means link employee is your primary and link department is your reference. You are able to follow me, right? You are there with me, right? Yeah. And on the right pane, you are able to see link underscore output. This is your output link. Now, I need to select the link underscore department, which is your reference link. I have selected it, and I wanted to perform left outer join here. Okay. Link underscore department is what? My reference link. Okay. Now my requirement is to perform left outer join. Okay. How can I set left outer join here? Here there are various ways. I can either drop the record, fail the record, reject the record, or continue. I told you in case of lookup, okay, in case of lookup, there are options like drop, continue, fail, and reject. If I am going to set this option of drop, what does that mean? I gave you that complete information right here, see? Drop, target. Target means continue. Okay. You can map it something like drop means continue. Reject means route it to the reject link. Okay. Now from this you just set this what is option. Now I have selected the reference link underscore department. Okay. And on this particular reference link, if lookup fails, what needs to be done? If I select a drop, that means for whatever records lookup haven't got matched, that particular records would be dropped. That means we are performing inner join.
Means, yeah, matched values from both the source and the reference links?
Yes. Lookup failure means, from the name what we should understand is lookup operation got failed. That means some records got mismatched. So when mismatch comes into picture, okay, if you select drop, that means you are asking it to perform inner join.
Okay.
All mismatched records will be dropped. If mismatched records are continued, then it means you are performing left outer join.
Okay.
Okay. And remember, this left outer join is something like you will be moving mismatched records only from the source, not from the reference links. Why? Because lookup will not support right outer join and full outer join. It supports only left outer join and inner join. So when you select this option as continue, that means you are performing left outer join. Only data from mismatched data from your source will be moved along with your matched data.
Okay.
You understood, right?
Yeah.
And if you select as fail, what it means, if there is even a single mismatch, I want the job to be aborted. That is what you are asking here. If you select this option of fail, that means if there is even a single mismatch between your source data and your reference data, then your job will get aborted. It will not move further. If you select reject, that means if there is any mismatch, okay, that particular records will be collected in your reject link. Remember, here reject link means only data from your primary will be routed to your reject link. If your mismatch is due to some secondary or reference links, those records cannot be collected from the secondary or reference links. Only data from your primary, that means rejected data from your primary would be collected in your reject link. So once you select this option of reject, if there are any mismatches, okay, you are routing the data through your reject link into your maybe peak or maybe some data set, okay, and it would be inner join once again. Join would be inner join, but data, whatever mismatched data would be collected through your reject link. Okay. Here drop means you are not collecting any reject data, but you are performing inner join. This is inner join. This is inner join plus reject. Continue means left outer join. Fail means job will be aborted. Got right? Complete the differences.
Yeah.
And coming to this particular condition. Now condition is something like, say you want to perform lookup operation only on employee.department number having values 10 to 40, if that is the condition. Okay, your manager asked like, I want to have a join operation between employee table and department table, but my output should contain only the department number values between 10 to 40. If he has given that condition, then there's no point of joining all the records, right? So what you are doing, you are putting a condition here. what condition? Your employee or department number should lie between 10 and should lie between 40.
Okay.
Okay, that means you are routing records having employee or department number 10 and 40, and you are performing your lookup operation only on this particular set of records. Let us say from the source you are getting 100 records. Among those 100, only 40 records matches this condition. Only that 40 records would be sent for lookup operation. Only on that 40 records lookup operation would be performed and output would be 40 records. You are able to follow me, right?
Yeah.
This acts like a filter, nothing more than that. And now let us say this condition has not met, like there is no even a single record in your source which comes under this category. Okay, then all those 100 records should be rejected, right? If you use reject, that means all the 100 records from the source which doesn't meet this criteria would be routed to your some reject target, like your peak or data set. If you have used, then the data would be moved into the reject link. If you use continue, that means even though let us say out of 100 some 80 doesn't match, 20 matched, we are saying that proceed with just the 20. Okay, when you use drop, that means the records which haven't matched will be dropped there itself. Okay, continue means all the 100 records should be moved. Even though condition failed, the data would be moved. If condition fails, the record said whatever records failed the condition, those records should be dropped. Okay, if condition is going to fail, that means here if you put the option of fail, that means you are saying that the complete job should be aborted. You are able to follow me?
Yeah.
Remember that when you said fail option, you are saying job to get aborted in case of any mismatching data or any mismatching condition. Drop means the data mismatched data or condition mismatched data would be dropped. This continue means condition, even though if condition doesn't satisfy, proceed ahead with the existing data. Reject means we are routing the data through the rejecting. Okay? Okay. You are clear about this option setting in your constraints. In lookup, you don't have any way that you can send, you can say that directly it is an inner join or left outer join. Like in your join, you have got the join type and where you can have provided inner join, left outer join, right outer join. Whereas in lookup, you don't have that facility. Here, the only facility available is this one: condition not met and lookup failure. Using these, you should create that inner join and left outer join. You cannot create outer join and right outer join. 1 second. Okay. You understood the usage of this constraint, how to get the inner join and left outer join, right?
Yeah.
One second. Okay, so these are the settings that generally you should do while working with your lookup. Now we will see it practically. Now I have used the option of continue. Continue means I would be performing the left outer join. I have used the continue only, I think. Yeah, continue I have used. The condition not met, not I will be using continue. Both continue only. So now I am compiling the job. And Deepthi, tomorrow I have got one more demo for another batch. So tomorrow shall we connect at 6 o'clock? My time 6 o'clock.
8:30 means before. Okay.
Half an hour before.
Okay, okay.
Now, what is the time you joined today in the class?
9 o'clock.
Your time?
Yeah, mine time 9 o'clock.
So tomorrow at 8:30.
Yeah.
Okay, I will connect at 6 o'clock itself tomorrow. Okay. See, okay, this is how you will get the data. If you observe, I haven't got data for 1010 and 1004. The reason being, this is a left outer join, and as this department number 200 doesn't exist at all, you got a null value in department number, even with the 40, the same case. You understood, right? One more example. Class open. Like class open. Okay. This is one more example. If you remember, during our lookup file set stage, I have shown you how to create a lookup file set, right? And how to use that lookup file set as a reference link for the lookup also I have shown, right? If you observe in the file stages, I have showed you files, lookup file set creation, lookup file set usage, if you remember. Okay, the same thing that I am going to just show you here, where the lookup file set here I have created out of department table. In the earlier example, I have used directly sequential file. Here I am using lookup file set, nothing more than that. For the same department table. See, employee ID, employee name, department number. Oh, I think here condition is on employee ID and employee name. Two keys are being used here. Data got changed. Earlier we used to have all the examples in emp and employee and the department. Here we are going to use data with employee ID, okay, employee ID, employee name, employee salary, and here the extra condition that we will be seeing is earlier we have created the lookup or join on only one key, right, either department number only. Here the example is in such a way that we will be doing the lookup operation on two columns combined, employee ID and employee name.
Okay.
Employee ID and employee name. These two columns we will be using to get the department number. Okay. As lookup file set is used, you don't have mapping here. Like in earlier case, okay, in the earlier example, in this example, it ran successfully. See, here some mapping is there. Mapping indicates on which column you are having the lookup operation. Employee.department number is equal to department number from department. This mapping is there, some line is there, right? That mapping you won't see in case of sparse lookup and in case of lookup file set, remember that. Now I am using lookup file set as a reference, so that is why I haven't seen here. But how come you know that this particular lookup file set is having the keys, or this lookup file set is built using the keys employee ID and employee name. So while creation of the lookup file set itself, you will be mentioning that particular step, something like here while creating the lookup file set, how have I mentioned the property like lookup file set needs to be created on the key policy number. Similarly, there employee ID and employee name might have been used as keys. Okay, that is how you will be saying that on these two keys that lookup is being performed. So this is the example about your lookup file set. Don't worry, these are of errors that came out of wrong configuring. Actually, I should explain you lookup file set example, but I opened this and I continued from there, but we will fix it. You understood, right? How the lookup file set will be used in the lookup operation.
Yeah.
And coming to the sparse lookup, I will just fix this one and we will move ahead. So you forget about that lookup file set now. That error has been thrown. We will fix it up. Now coming to this sparse lookup, I told you in case of sparse lookup, we are not going to bring the reference data. Whatever here ODBC enterprise is shown, this is called as reference data, and that data will not be brought into your local memory. I told you in case of sparse lookup, you will be forming a source query. See, for example, here you are getting employee number and department number, employee name and department number. Source file is missing deeply. Here in this particular example, the source file is missing. That is what the error that has thrown. This file, right, source.source.csv. This file is missing. That is why that error has thrown. So otherwise settings are proper. You are able to understand, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Coming to the sparse lookup, here, see, in the director, it is thrown an error saying that unable to open the file, the source file. So no such file or directory, that file has been missed. So that is why that error came, not because of any settings. When we click on run, it would run properly. Now coming to this, what we said, sparse lookup, the condition we are going to set it here, not in the lookup stage. Remember, normal lookup or sparse lookup, we are not going to set it in the lookup stage. We are going to set it in the reference links, reference links database table. Sparse lookup can be used only for database reference links. If you use sequential file stage at the reference link, you will not get any sparse lookup option itself. Sparse lookup is there only for database reference links. Remember, that is the base point. Okay, here see, for this ODBC stage, I was getting an extra thing like lookup type, whether I need to perform sparse lookup or normal lookup. Here I have selected it as sparse lookup. And the query I wrote it, if you observe, select dname from DEP where department number is equal to orchestrate.department number. When you mention orchestrate, we are going to get value from the source link and we are going to use that particular value to compare. Now you are able to understand how you are going to form the query to get the column dname from the reference data.
Yeah.
I am setting this option in the reference links database stage. Remember, sparse lookup setting can be done only in your reference link database stage. Somebody asks you like, can sparse lookup be, that setting can be placed in the lookup stage? You say no. Lookup stage doesn't have that option of deciding whether it is sparse lookup or normal lookup. Only in the reference links database stage you are having this option of deciding whether the lookup is going to be sparse or normal. Generally, this is a tricky interview question which we ask to identify whether a person has really worked in Datastage or not. Generally, from the name sparse lookup, people will be thinking like this setting will be done in the lookup stage. But no, it is done in your reference links database stage. Okay, and the query that I am going to form retrieves data by using the data coming from the source link. Here, orchestrate.department number means whatever the data that's coming within the source link, that particular department number is used as the comparison here in the where class, and you are getting whatever column that you require out of this particular reference link. That column you are getting out of select list. Select dname from department depth table where depth number is equal to links department number. You are able to understand, right, how this sparse lookup is being formed.
Yeah.
And if you observe in the lookup stage, here you don't see any settings being done. Why? Because in the sparse lookup and in the lookup file set, you don't have any settings to be made. See here, no links are being shown. Everything is empty. But all the setting you have done in the query itself. So for file set and your and your sparse lookup, you don't see any mappings done here. Okay.
Okay.
So far you have any doubts?
I'm thinking about lookups only.
You are thinking about
Lookups.
which lookup?
Sparse.
You need me to explain once again?
Yeah.
See, sparse lookup and normal lookup, the difference is, you know Telugu?
Yeah.
ఏం లేదండి, నార్మల్ లుకప్ అంటే మనకి రెఫరెన్స్ లింక్ ఉందా?
Yeah.
ఈ రెఫరెన్స్ లింక్ లో డేటా అంతా తీసుకొని వచ్చి మన లోకల్ ర్యామ్ లో పెడుతుంది నార్మల్ లుకప్ అయితే.
Okay.
స్పార్స్ లుకప్ అయితే మనం రెఫరెన్స్ లింక్ లో డేటా అంతా మన డేటా స్టేజ్ మెమరీలోకి కనుక తీసుకొచ్చామంటే అది ఫెయిల్ అయిపోతుంది. ఎందుకంటే మన దగ్గర ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డేటా స్టేజ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన మెషిన్ లో ఒక 4 GB ర్యామ్ మాత్రమే ఉందనుకుందాం. 4 GB ర్యామ్ లో 1 crore రెఫరెన్స్ రికార్డ్స్ తీసుకొచ్చి పెట్టడం అంటే చాలా పెద్ద ఇష్యూ. ఓకే, సో లుకప్ వుడ్ గెట్ ఫెయిల్. సో ఇన్ దట్ కేస్ స్పార్స్ లుకప్ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసామంటే స్పార్స్ లుకప్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఈ రెఫరెన్స్ డేటా ఉందా, ఈ ఓడిబిసి మనకి ఏం చేస్తుంది, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్ ని రీడ్ చేస్తుందా, ఈ డేటా అంతా తీసుకొచ్చి మన డేటా స్టేజ్ మెమరీలో పెట్టకుండా మనం సోర్స్ లోంచి రికార్డ్స్ వస్తూనే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దిస్ ఈస్ యువర్ సోర్స్ రికార్డ్, లెట్ us say ఫస్ట్ రికార్డ్ ఈస్ 1000 ABC 1000 to 10. ఓకే, దీంట్లో నా లుకప్ కాలం ఏంటి, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్. సో నేను ఏం చేస్తానంటే ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ గెట్టింగ్, నా టార్గెట్ ఏంటి, దీంట్లోంచి రావడం ఒకే ఒక కాలం రావాలి నాకు అవుట్పుట్. యాక్చువల్గా ఓడిబిసి లోంచి నా ఏం పర్పస్ ఏంటి, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ అనేది తీసుకొచ్చుకోవాలి. అది తీసుకొచ్చుకునే దానికి బాగా ఉంటుంది. సో ఏం చేస్తానంటే నేను సెలెక్ట్ క్వెరీ ఫామ్ చేస్తాను. సెలెక్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ ఫ్రమ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్ వేర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్, అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను రాసే కండిషన్ ఏంటంటే దీంట్లో ఉన్న డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు లింక్ లో ఉంది కదా, సోర్స్ రీడ్ చేశాను కదా, లింక్ లో ఉంది కదా ఫస్ట్ రికార్డ్. సో లింక్ లో ఉన్న దాన్ని నేను ఎట్లా చెప్పాలి, దీనికి కండిషన్ లో లింక్ లో వస్తున్న సోర్స్ దాన్ని నేను ఎలా చెప్పాలి అంటే ఆర్కెస్ట్రేట్ అనే కీవర్డ్ ద్వారా చెప్పొచ్చు. ఈ కీవర్డ్ ఉందా, ఈ కీవర్డ్ ద్వారా ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ దట్ orchestrate the department number is equal to department number. That means I am trying to I'm trying to match sources department number using orchestrate the department number అనే కీవర్డ్ తో నేను సోర్స్ లో వస్తున్న డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ ని డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్ లో వస్తున్న డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ తో మ్యాచ్ చేసి నాకు కావాల్సిన దీనిని తీసుకొస్తున్నాను.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, జనరల్ లుకప్ లో అయితే ఎలా ఉండేది, మనం వేరే లుకప్ చూసాం అనుకోండి, జనరల్ నార్మల్ లుకప్ లో ఇలా చేయాలి మ్యాచింగ్, ఇలా చేస్తాం మనం మ్యాచింగ్. సోర్స్ డేటాని ఇలా రెఫరెన్స్ లింక్ లో వచ్చిన డేటాతో ఇలా మ్యాచ్ చేస్తాం. ఇలా మ్యాచ్ చేయడానికి మనకు ఫస్ట్ క్రైటీరియా ఏంటంటే ఈ మొత్తం డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అంటే రెఫరెన్స్ లింక్ అంతా తీసుకొచ్చి మనం లోకల్ మెమరీలో పెట్టాలి ఇలా మ్యాచ్ చేయాలంటే. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏంటి లోకల్ మెమరీలోకి తీసుకురావట్లేదు కాబట్టి ఇలాంటి మ్యాచింగ్ కుదరదు. సో మనం జనరల్ SQL ప్లస్ లో ఎలా అయితే క్వేరీ వాడతామో అలాంటి క్వేరీస్ డేటా స్టేజ్ చేత రాపిచ్చి మనం ఆర్కి ఇంజిన్ పంపిస్తాం by using Sparse lookup. అప్పుడు ఏంటంటే మనకు రిఫరెన్స్ డేటా won't come into our local memory. మన టార్గెట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ తెచ్చుకోవడం. సో డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చింది మనకి, సో ఆ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి పడిపోతుంది అనమాట. అక్కడ మనం ఏమైతే సెలెక్ట్ లిస్ట్ లో రాస్తామో అవన్నీ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి పడాలి. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఎలా మనకు సెటిల్ డౌన్ అయితే అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి స్పార్స్ లుకప్ లో ఇక్కడ మీరు రాసే సెలెక్ట్ లిస్ట్ అంతా ఈ కాలమ్స్ లో మీరు డిక్లేర్ చేసుకొని ఉండాలి. అర్థమైందా? ఇక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ లిస్ట్ లో మీరు ఏమైతే రాశారో సెలెక్ట్ డీనేమ్ అని రాశారో అది కాలమ్స్ లిస్ట్ లోకి రావాలి. ఇది ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిందంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది ఈ లుకప్ లో ఇక్కడ. సో ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యన మనకి ఫిజికల్ గా మ్యాపింగ్ లేకపోయినప్పటికీ మనం రాసిన కండిషన్ వల్ల స్పార్స్ లుకప్ కండిషన్ వల్ల డేటా మనకు అవుట్పుట్ లోకి మ్యాపింగ్ వల్ల వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ యువర్ స్పార్స్ లుకప్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు వర్క్. నౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్?
Yeah.
Now we are done with your once you see the data we will move ahead with the merge example. So this is what the data is. Okay, after performing the sparse lookup, if you observe this dname has been retrieved using the generated SQL. In the sparse lookup we read that SQL, right? Based on that query only you got this dname column values. Okay, so our sparse lookup work very much fine.
Okay.
Now going ahead with the merge example. Here again I am using for merge operation I am using the same employee.txt file, the same employee.txt file as the source, and department.txt as your reference data. Oh shit. Employee.txt is being selected. The employee ID, employee name. Oh shit. క్లాస్ జరుగుతుంది లోపల ఊరికట్లా అలా అనే అనేసి వెళ్ళిపోండి సార్, లేకపోతే లైట్ లేదు ఈ 2 రూమ్లు వదిలేసేయండి, డైరెక్ట్ ఆ రూమ్ తీసేసేయండి. So coming to the merge, here I'm using as department number. The reason being that source files doesn't exist. It was from previous example. So I'm using the key as department number, okay, and here in the join you are having an option like a property like join type in order to select what operation to be performed: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Similarly in lookup you have got the constraints window. Remember that yellow color chain symbol, when I clicked, the small pop-up window came where you are mentioning the lookup failure and condition failure, right? That window is called as constraints window, okay. Similarly, in the lookup you are having constraints window to perform inner join or left outer join. But what do we have in merge to perform inner join or left outer join? This is the only option that you have got to intimate that whether we are performing inner join or left outer join. You are there with me, right, Deepti?
Yeah.
Okay. So this unmatched master mode, there are various ways of setting the values: keep and drop. If you use drop, that means you are performing inner join. Okay, drop means only matched records should be passed, unmatched records should be dropped. From the name itself it is clear, like you are using unmatched masters mode. Master means primary input. So when you are using unmatched master mode at drop, that means all the unmatched records from the master link will be dropped. That means you are using inner join. Is it clear for you?
Yeah.
And if you use keep means unmatched master records also will be kept and it would be moved to the target. That means left outer join.
Okay.
You are able to understand, right?
Yeah.
Fine. And this one, these options, warn on reject updates means, see, in merge you are having the option of putting n-1 rejects. Like let us say if there are 2 update links, you can put 2 reject links, right? And now if you say that reject updates from the reject link. Sorry, there are certain rejects being made from the update link into the reject link means, and if you have placed this var non reject updates equal to true in the director, you will get a message saying that you are having rejects in your reject links. That is what the message that you will get.
Okay.
Okay. What is the reject data into your merge reject links? What data you would get? Merge is having reject links, right? In that reject link, from which link the reject records will be collected? From the update links. Okay. So what you are going to do is, if you are going to set this warn on reject updates, that means if you are going to have any rejects from the update link, you need to warn it. Okay, when you set it to true, that means you will receive the warning messages in the director. If you find any rejects out of your update links, you will get warning messages in the director. If you are getting any warn on unmatched masters, so from the name itself it is very clear, like if you find any unmatched data, yeah, in the masters, and if you set it to true, you will receive messages in the director log.
Okay.
That is what the meaning of this one. Okay, you are able to understand, right?
Yeah.
Now I am putting this one as keep. Keep means what is the option? It is left out again.
That.
This is a problem. Shit. So it is clear, right? If somebody asks you like how can you perform this inner join and left outer join and other operations in join, merge, lookup, tell them like in join I have got the join type property, in lookup I have got the constraints window. Similarly in merge I have got keep unmatched masters. Sorry, unmatched masters mode. Either you can keep or drop. Based on that I can select the uh, operation to be performed. You are able to understand, right?
Yeah.
Going to just compile it. I have set the property of keep. That means I am willing to perform left outer join here.
Equal.
Yeah, there somehow this particular partition technique has been mentioned as hash, but not performed any key on which to be performed. What is this? Shit. We'll see what is the issue. Yump underscore ID. Where we are getting this yump underscore ID? Yump underscore name. That is what the error is. Where am I getting? Oh shit. This is the so you got this thing running successful now. How many records? 4 rows. Yes. You are able to understand the settings, right, in the merge also.
Yeah.
If you observe, 2 records got moved into your what you say, into your 1 second. So this is how your keep works. When you place key, that means left outer join. Department number null came for this particular 200 department number. So we will see. I told you what is the data that will be collected inside this link. If something is rejected from the reference link, that particular record will be dropped here. or sorry, routed through the group link. See, department number and department name. You are not getting any data from the source link.
Yeah.
So in merge, in the what to say, in the reject link, you will be getting data only from rejected data from the update links, not from the master link. From only this particular link, you will get data here. You cannot get data from your source link. It's clear, right?
Yeah.
Now if I perform key to drop, now there are 3 records. What record should be missed? That null value came right previously when I used left out again. That record should be dropped now. Only 3 records with complete information in department name should be there. No nulls are being allowed. Why? Because lookup, as I have placed that option as what we say drop, only matched records will be moved. See, all department names came. This is inner join, and here again you will be getting. Now the reject data would be the same. Why? Because you don't have any rejects from the updates when you change from drop to inner join. So you will see the same plain old 2 records which are being rejected, which doesn't have any match at all. 30 and 50.
Okay.
Have you got any doubts in today's class, Deepthi?
No, I want to recap once again and.
Yeah, if you have got any doubts, get back to me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Deepthi. Remember, tomorrow our class will start at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay? Sure, Deepthi.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
The organizer